My colleagues Priyanka, Satyavijay and Anuj joining us live on the broadcast. But I first want to cut across to Pradeep Bhandari, who's joining us live in the studio. Because Pradeep, first we want to understand from you the big picture on this day. What are the key battles we are looking at? Which are the states that are of utmost concern or where there could be a cliffhanger situation? Also, the states where stalwarts are really going to fight a fierce battle. How are you overall going to summarize it?
Overall, Suresh, I think three states which are very crucial are Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. In this particularly, if I want to rank it, Gujarat is very crucial because the BJP is all set to win 3 seats. Now, BJP has got 104 MLA support in Gujarat. Now, it just needs 1 MLA support. And in that 1 MLA support, Bharatiya Tribal Party has 2 MLAs. So, if this BTP supports the BJP in Gujarat, BJP will end up winning 3 out of 4 seats, which will be a pure decimation of the Congress party. Madhya Pradesh is looking like a cliffhanger because 1 seat the BJP is quite sure to win, which is Jyotiraditya Scindia's seat, but the other seat is where criticality will lie. So if the BJP ends up winning 1, it will be a face saver for the Congress party, and Congress will look to compete with the BJP in long term. But if the BJP is able to win 2 in MP, I think it will be a big news. Rajasthan seems to be a bit more towards the Congress side because the Congress is there in power, but again Congress unit in Rajasthan is also fearing that some of its MLAs might cross vote, but I doubt it might happen. So these are the 3 states which we will be looking very closely, particularly the state of Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. Rest other places, Manipur is something which has to be looked from the point of view of the strength of the government, but apart from that, I think other states are quite decided. So, in fact, earlier I was telling that there are 2 strong Congress leaders, Bharat Singh Solanki and Shakti Singh Goyal. Both of these are not in, are of 2 different factions of the Congress party in Gujarat. This is precisely the reason why, as she was mentioning, that one of the seats is in doubt, because the NCP MLA has backed the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Bharatiya Tribal Party has 2 MLAs. Now, Chotu Varsawa has made a statement saying that we have not had a good discussion with the Congress party, clearly indicating that his inclination is more towards the Bharatiya Janata Party. So this is a very big development if it comes out to be true, and this again signals that since the last assembly election, the strength of the Congress party in Gujarat has not at all improved, and it is more of media positioning rather than actually doing the grassroots work.
Are you typically looking at the state of Rajasthan?
Rajasthan, Suresha, has both BJP and Congress fielding 2 candidates each, which means that one of the parties will be at loss. Now, my sense from the ground and what I am hearing from the ground is that at this moment Congress has an edge, and there is a possibility that Congress might end up winning the 2 seats. So the amount of tension there in the Congress camp is precisely for this reason, because if the Congress does not win 2 seats and ends up winning 1, which means it's a BJP gain, and the BJP has not fielded big stalwarts like it has fielded in Madhya Pradesh and the like of Jyotiraditya Scindia. So Rajasthan is a battle for the Congress to win, Madhya Pradesh is the battle for BJP to win, and Gujarat is a battle of whether Congress is decimated or not. So these are 3 broad spectrums in which we have to look at these 3 states.